I'm Peter Zampa. The fentanyl crisis in this country is exploding.
A drug meant to treat chronic pain, now altered, made illegally, used to lace heroin, cocaine, and more. Overdoses are spiking, killing tens of thousands of people each year. We spoke to Diana Estep, a grieving mother who lost her son to addiction.
Humorous, intelligent, compassionate.
That's how Diana Estep describes her son Drew, the oldest of her 3 children. Diana and her daughter Bailey spent a day guiding us through their West Virginia town, painting a picture of Drew's life as an athlete, a rapper, a goofball.
Drew was a very full of life individual. He had goals that he wanted to reach. He had so much life to live, and I do know, if I can say one thing, he never wanted to die.
When did you first realize he was struggling with addiction?
He was probably, I'm going to say maybe 16, and it started small. One drug led to another to kind of, in his words, he couldn't be alone inside his own head. I do look at this from time to time.
Drew spent years in and out of treatment.
It doesn't say I want to be an addict when I grow up.
Slowly slipping deeper into what Diana calls stage 4 addiction. He lost his fight in October 2020, overdosing on what his family now knows was fentanyl.
When you finally got that phone call, what was going through your mind?
The nightmare that we anticipated had finally happened.
Did you ever imagine that it would be fentanyl that would be the final straw?
My husband and I have both said, if he were around today with as bad as it is, I mean, it's just, I don't see Drew, as long as he was going to use, ever living through fentanyl.
Drew's story is tragic, but not uncommon here. West Virginia has more fatal overdoses per capita than any other state. That's according to CDC data.
The big boy, the guy that saves lives, is right here.
Alex Newman, a paramedic, is witnessing this epidemic from the front lines.
What's it like to treat a fentanyl overdose?
It starts with controlling the scene, reminding them that you're there to help, you're not going to hurt anyone, no one's in trouble, no one's arrested. That's key, because you want to know what they took, or what they were trying to take, how they got it, what it looked like, how they took it, because all of this is pertinent to their care. They're not going to tell that to a cop because they think they're going to get arrested and they're going to be incriminating themselves. As long as a healthcare provider is on scene in the state of West Virginia, it is protected health information.
What impact do you think opioids and overdoses have had on this community?
Hundreds of thousands of people have died. For every overdose that I get and I give them Narcan and they come back, there's at least 2 that never get called in and they die. Sometimes I'm getting on, first name basis with these people because they overdose a lot and someone has to call for them a lot and we have to give them Narcan a lot, but they keep doing it.
The road to recovery is possible, both for those struggling with addiction and for the state itself.
Our goal here is to help them build the necessary life skills.
Just ask John Dower.
Being able to give back is something that I always wanted to do when I entered recovery.
Dower is more than a decade sober and runs West Virginia Sober Living, a network of recovery homes and peer advisors, helping victims of substance abuse disorder try to start fresh.
I think fentanyl is an unintended consequence. It's not like someone that is intending to misuse a substance or has a substance use disorder is going out and asking for fentanyl. That may occur some places, but you're seeing it added to the other psychoactive drug supply.
How many folks that you come into contact here specifically or have welcomed into this home
Sure.
have had experiences with fentanyl, who have maybe passed from fentanyl?
I would say more than 50% of individuals come here have had exposure to fentanyl at some point in their active substance misuse.
Do you wish leaders were doing more when it comes to this epidemic?
I wish leaders would empower individuals that are doing the work. You can't arrest your way out of this epidemic. You cannot incarcerate people for long enough. You cannot use fear to get them out of a substance use disorder. That's not gonna be a good long-term solution for our state. We're losing a generations of sons and daughters and parents and siblings to this disease, and it just doesn't have to happen.